Okay, we're on. So you can start anytime you want.
Gotcha.
I'm going to make sure the YouTube one is working here.
I think once we get confirmation from both, we'll be good to go here. Then I can officially welcome everybody that's currently listening to me talk.
Yeah, we're on both.
All right, so it looks like we are actually on. So I'd like to take this time to welcome you all to the Spartan Dome for tonight's presentation of Fargo North basketball. We have a girls matchup here between our Spartans and the Red River Rough Riders here. Spartans in search of their 6th win on the season. Currently coming into this game at 5-10 overall, 5-9 in the Eastern Dakota Conference. Red River coming in at 13 wins. 13 wins in the Eastern Dakota Conference, 13-4 overall. Rough Riders are led by 10 points per game scorers: Kennedy Steffen, Maggie Steffen, Jaden Sondrel, and Shelby Frank. Be an interesting test for the Spartans here tonight, as have an opportunity to get a win against the upper tier of the Eastern Dakota Conference, as they're currently 6th in the standings. Red River currently in 3rd. These are the per game numbers for the Rough Riders. Now, at least when I looked at these numbers for Kennedy Steffen and Maggie Steffen, no, these do match up with mine, however, but it's still very interesting that, at least when I looked at their names, that's what I was referring to. Their names are spelled differently, but it looks like they're pronounced the exact same way. Either way, they'll be the two driving forces of the Rough Rider offense. They're coming into this game off an 11-point victory against Devil's Lake. It's also part of that upper tier. It seems like the 5 teams at the top of these standings are pretty much head and shoulders above the bottom 6 for the most part in both the boys and girls EDC universes, as you see here. Here it's Shanley, Red River, Davies, Cheyenne, and Devil's Lake, and then everyone else. It's very similar teams on the other side of the spectrum in the boys' standings. Seems to be a pretty common theme, at least this season. About a minute away from getting things underway. Spartans will also be coming into this game off of a victory, a 22-point convincing win over South, as they've been struggling much of the year, have the Bruins. Let's just take a moment here, step aside, and we'll get the colors presented and the lineups as well.
Coaches and spectators, we ask that you cheer for your team and be respectful of the opponent.
A few games ago, these numbers against Davies back at home.
Responsibility and respect. We invite you to support our...
That was the TV game. We didn't do that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, will you please stand and remove your hats for the presentation of colors by the Fargo Public Schools Air Force Junior ROTC under the direction of Colonel Stephen Hughes and Technical Sergeant Conway Kangas. The color guard this evening is commanded by Cadet Marissa Jensen, accompanied by Cadet Mason Morales, Cadet Jesse Krebs, and Cadet Clayton Stoskopf. We ask that you remain standing in respectful silence following the anthem until the colors have been retired from the floor. Thank you.
So we had a little bit of an oopsie moment during the silence as the colors are being retired from the floor, but we're all good now, and now we'll get the presentation of the starting lineups. Spartans trying to own their second two-game winning streak here in 2018. Red River trying to maintain their status in the win column.
Caitlin Oswald, America Catalan, Avery Dickerson, Sophia Jacobson, Jolana Steinmetz, Amelia Thielman, and then cheer coach, Caitlin Schaefer. Now let's introduce to you the starting lineups in alternating order. First of all, for the Rough Riders, at guard, number 15, 5'5" junior, Kennedy Steppen. For the Spartans at guard, a 5'5" junior, number 5, Maddie England. For the Rough Riders at forward, a 5'11" senior, number 21, Maggie Steppen. For the Spartans at guard, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Anna Astra. For the Rough Riders at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 30, Jaden Sandra. For the Spartans at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 15, Mary Sam. For the Rough Riders at forward, a 5'9" senior, number 33, Cassidy Wilson. For the Spartans at forward, a 5'10" senior, number 21, Elise Bucky. For the Rough Riders at forward, a 6-foot-tall sophomore, number 42, Shelby Bright. And for the Spartans at guard, a 5'7" senior, number 25, Abby Nassef. Head coach for the Rough Riders, Ken Rutlinger, assisted by Tyler Nelson, Michelle Kramer, Eric Sanders, and Alexis Robson. Head coach for the Spartans, Ariel Jones Schiller, assisted by Mary Michael Levine, Carrie Hemmington, and Sarah Wilson. Officials for tonight's game, Justin Farkas.
So here we go. It's Friday night, and it's basketball here in Fargo North. Here at Fargo North High School. Excuse me while I'm fumbling over my words. Hopefully this stream goes well tonight, as those who are regular viewers of these streams that we do here for Fargo North basketball may know that I have not been able to do very many of these girls' games for circumstances only determined really by me, and sometimes external forces, but you can see the highlights of any games that we've done that have not included my voice on YouTube at the Fargo North Basketball channel, which some of you may be currently watching on right now. So Elise Bakke on the tip will win this for the Spartans. A little fun nugget about her, the current EDC leader in blocks per game at 1.7. The senior wins the tip, and the Spartans begin on offense. Here's Bakke at the elbow, feeding it down low for Mary Sem, and the Spartans are on the board early on with a layup. In one of the two games that I've actually been able to do for this team, Mary Sem against West Fargo had a 20-20 game. So we'll see how much of a factor she is tonight. And conversely for the Rough Riders, a 3 from Maggie Steffen gets them on the board first for the first time tonight. Correction, that was Kennedy Steffen, number 15 on the 3. Inside for Mary Sem, and got fouled on the way up. Trying to post up down low, and we'll get 2 free throws. So that last three-pointer from Kennedy Steffen, not Maggie Steffen. And Mary Sem will knock down the first free throw. About to attempt her second from the line, and it's short. At least through 14 games this season, had been 69% from the free throw line. Only able to tie the game at 3, and now the other way, a miss. Rebounded inside by the Rough Riders, and another miss again. And Ivy Nasseth comes away with it as Cassidy Wilson was down low and unable to finish. Pass over the head of Anna Astrup, and it's out of bounds. It'll go the other way. Spartans, at least by their numbers, appear to be much more of an inside-centric team. Don't have a whole lot of threes made on the season. Good passing inside by the Rough Riders. It's kicked back out to the corner. Now driving in is Sondrel at the free throw line, missing. And the ball's tapped out of bounds. Looked like it last touched Sem, but they'll award the Spartans the ball. Still unable to get much of a rhythm here early on, only less than 2 minutes in. Red River employing a trap here early on, trying to deny these passes going across half court, and they do come up with the basketball. One-on-one the other way, shot is short from Kennedy Steffen, and the Spartans coming up with the rebound. Astrup still met with 2 players right in her face. They will let her cross. And a pass intended, I believe, for, it was at least closest to Elise Bakke. The miss at the other end, rebounded inside and a foul, as Shelby Frank will get 2 free throws. Averaging nearly 10 rebounds a game coming into tonight. And they'll have a foul on the play on Maddie England. So a pair of free throws coming for the 6-foot Shelby Frank. First free throw goes. And the second free throw rattles home. Coming into this one, at least through 16 games, as there's an interception at half court. Trying to feed it over for her teammate was intended for Maggie Steffen. It was fumbled and out of bounds. Shelby Frank coming into this one almost averaging a double-double, 11.8 points a game and 9.9 rebounds. Also among the league leaders in blocks per game at 1.6, just behind Elise Bakke's number. Astrup into the lane, missing. And coming the other way now are the Rough Riders. Kennedy Steffen flips it up, missed it. Bakke trying to get the rebound. It's fought for and a foul on the floor. And it's going to be on Bakke. They grant the foul on her first. And at least in the other games that I've done this season for the Spartans, Elise Bakke has had foul trouble earlier on, and the Spartans have not been able to easily overcome them. They did win that West Fargo game I did. Bakke gets the rebound inside as they display good team defense down low. Nasseth back outside for Maddie England as the Spartans get a line. Mary Sem inside through traffic, lost it. And taken away, a lob pass ahead. Steffen lines up a 3, missed it. Nasseth the rebound. And will clear for Maddie England. Passing half court, getting it across the trap. Now in the corner, feeding inside, Mary Sem, good look, banks it off the glass and good. Mary Sem's got all 5 here early on for the Spartans. And now a foul will be called on Anna Astrup. Reaching in as Jaden Sondrel drove into the lane, at least attempted to drive into the lane. 5-5 score here early on. Cross-court pass, leaving Steffen open, back outside, and a 3 is good from the other Steffen, Kennedy Steffen, her second 3 early on. At least in our programs, Kennedy Steffen spells her last name with an A-N, and Maggie Steffen spells her last name with an E-N. It's going to be out of bounds off Fargo North. It'll go the other way. And now we'll get a timeout called from Fargo North. Ariel Jones-Schiller wanting to talk things over here early on, as got a very clunky early stages of this game. It's just 8-5, Red River in the lead.
And I didn't put the graphic in for this, but we are on YouTube as well here. And so far tonight, I haven't seen a dropout on the cube, but we have had some trouble with the cube, so if you're having trouble with the cube at home, go to YouTube and search for Fargo North basketball, and once you get there, you might have to search a little bit within the thumbnails to find the live stream. But
it should just be in the videos tab for those that are at least watching this right now, probably can attest to. So out of this timeout, we'll see if any pace changes come here. Early on, at least that seems to be the common theme, both teams trying to get settled in, and then we'll get more of the more intense action as the game progresses. Spartans will come up and trap the ball here, and they will not force a jump ball. They'll get a timeout called from Kent Ripplinger of Red River, their head coach wanting to save the possession. Though the Rough Riders did have the arrow, so just as quickly as we came out of a timeout, we're back in one. Do want to add, though, that these graphics that have been implemented are a nice touch. I will give you a compliment on that, Jarrell. In case I didn't introduce myself earlier on, Isaac Dienison is who I am doing commentary. Jarrell Peterson to my left is on camera. Very short time out here. Cross-court pass nearly intercepted by Nasseth. Now another long cross-court pass feeding Stefan in the corner. Off the rim, no. Nasseth comes up with the board, and she's able to get it to Mary Sem, a very dangerous pass. Astrup was able to come up with it, and the Spartans are able to safely cross half court. Pass deflected for England, another skip pass. Not a bad idea, at least from Nasseth in practice, but there was a defender right there. Now the Spartans getting even more aggressive here, and the Rough Riders will cross half court. At the free throw line, that jumper is off, rebounded by Elise Bakke. Cassidy Wilson was the one that attempted the shot. Now an interception, heading back the other way, and a little give and go as Sandro will finish at the rim. Her first two of the night. As this press continues here, the Spartans will break it, and a foul will be called from behind on Kennedy Stefan. That is her first foul and the Riders' second. A couple substitutions here. Red River not very deep in terms of their minute distribution, as seen on their stat page on the Eastern Dakota Conference website. They tend to play their starters much more than anybody else, obviously, but much more than anybody else. Spartans will keep it, as Elise Bakke had it deflected out of bounds. Inbound right to Mary Sem inside the free throw line, rattles another one home. Good start early on for Mary Sem. Almost getting a steal. Tight defense played by Astrup. Bakke comes over to shut it off, and it looked like she probably committed a foul here. We'll see if it is on her. And it indeed is on her, so yet again, Elise Bakke picks up two early fouls, and Hallie Mann, number 22, will check in for her. Bakke's defensive ability and mid-range jump shooting ability, that could be another early loss here. Red River wants to let it fly early on with the Steffens. Nasseth comes away with the backside rebound. That three is short, but Astrup comes up with the rebound, and now we'll get a travel before the shot. It'll go the other way. Kennedy Stefan and Maggie Stefan, the primary options right now, at least at the early stages of the game. They want to get them three-point opportunities, as Sandro had it deflected out of bounds. Jaden Sandro also has made her fair share of threes, at least in the data that we have access to through 16 games. She's made 27 three-pointers this season. That's deflected out of bounds off the Riders. Stefan and Sondrel, 26 and 27, made three-pointers respectively. Meanwhile, nobody on the Spartans over. Well, they do have Maddie England with 27 made threes. As a turnover will go back over to the Rough Riders.
Player leads in for the Rough Riders.
You're going to see a lot of made threes, at least relatively a lot of made threes, but not very great percentages like you may in the boys basketball spectrum. High pass, nearly taken away. As coming up with the ball is Claire Leach, and they'll feed it inside. Nicely done. Carly Robson will finish it off, number 24. It's now 12-7. Red River in the lead early on. Spartans trying to respond with two. Deflected and nearly stolen. Coming up with it is Astrup trying to get inside, and she got fouled on the way up. It'll be two free throws. Foul is going to be on number 32, Jordan Burris. Bevy of substitutions just made recently that not been able to address. Astrup switches the first free throw home, and now someone other than Mary Sem is on the board for the Spartans. And Astrup misses the second one. Had been a 73% free throw shooter. It's going back the other way. We've seen a lot of turnovers here in the early stages of the game. Almost 7 minutes in.
This is nothing compared to the B squad turnovers first half.
Good pass inside, and the finish from Hallie Mann. Nice assist there from Anna Astrup, getting it inside to her senior teammate. 12-10 now, Spartans down. Still continuing to work it around inside, putting it up and getting fouled. Two free throws incoming for Jordan Burris. Foul's going to be on Mary Sem. And it's her first and the Spartans' fifth team foul here early on. First free throw is going to go around the world a couple times and drop. Now Kennedy Stephan checks out for Red River as the second free throw from Burris is good. Spartans will cross half court here. Having to utilize a lot of long cross-court passes. Mary Sem got fouled. And it's going to be two free throws as well as they grant a shooting foul on the play. So the foul is going to be on Carly Robson. And Sem swishes another free throw. (14-11), Red River in the lead. Make it 14-12. Nine out of the 12 North points currently belong to Mary Sem. A low pass, and it's going to be coming up with it is Maddie England. She'll finish at the other end. Able to turn the steal into 2 points. Now quickly back the other way comes Red River. Now they'll settle it down. At least attempt to settle it down in the middle now. Kicking back to the corner. Claire Leach almost had it intercepted by Astrup. It'll stay here. Now more substitutions here. Morgan Comer for the Spartans, number 23, checking back in. Red River will get a few starters back in. Get Maggie Stephan, Cassidy Wilson back in. Almost intercepted again by England. Spartans tying this one at 14. Stephan trapped in the corner, back outside. A very deep three with no time left on the shot clock. And now coming up with the ball almost falling to the ground was Cassidy Wilson. It'll go the other way. Spartans able to survive that possession, almost forcing a shot clock violation in the process. The shot clocks are shorter in girls play than in boys. Girls get 30 to shoot. Cross-court pass, Astrup. Able to bank it off the glass with the left hand. Her first field goal of the night. Spartans are in the lead now, 16-14. Going to be seeing a lot of cross-court passes, I feel, tonight. Here's a shot in the lane, no, but the rebound is grabbed by Wilson. More extra possessions here, and a wide-open three is long again. But more extra possessions as these long rebounds are being grabbed by Red River. Jaden Sondro missing a couple opportunities, and the Spartans are coming away with these rebounds almost lucky right now. Mary Sam back outside for Comer. Astrup thought about the three. They're setting up in a 2-3 zone right now. Nice catch by Sem, and she got fouled on the floor. No shot. It'll just be a baseline out of bounds. A very nice effort, though, to catch the pass as Shelby Frank commits the foul. That's her first. 15 for Grand Forks Red River. 8:26 to go in the first half. This is inbounded back to England. Pass deflected as it's grabbed by Mary Sam, and she traveled. And she knows it, coming out of that, smiling a little bit, laughing at herself. And she's aware of how rarely she makes that kind of mistake. Back the other way, here come the Rough Riders. It's thrown up, and that's going to stick right in front of the shot clock. Jaden Sondrel tried to convert a reverse layup, and now we're going to get a delay here as they're going to have to grab a mop here, it looks like, or something, to try to knock the basketball down from the top of the backboard. Now the ball that the referee is using to try to knock this ball down, it's not an official game ball, so I wonder if it can be used. I think you're better off just trying to knock it with a mop here. So we have a very strange delay here. So we're just going to get, just going to be an extended officials timeout officially here. Let's see if the officials can knock this thing down here.
Need to hit it from the side, don't you?
Just trying to pry it free by hitting it straight on. Now they got a Red River player shooting at it. Jaden Sondrel was the one that was guilty of it, so they're making her try to get the basketball down. And so far we've had a myriad of attempts and no success. I would agree, though. I think this should be tried to be hit from the side. Now imagine if that got stuck. They're connecting on the ball here. I feel like this is just a practice in futility here. So at least she had the right idea. Shoot it from the side. Just making her shoot the ball. It got deflected and it goes down, much to the joy of the fans in attendance. Nicely done, Jaden Sondrel, able to clean up her own mess. So the Spartans will get the ball after all that. A very unique delay and a very unique resolution as well. So we'll play on. Back to business here. Red River setting up in a trap still, and the Spartans are just able to break it. Morgan Comer was wide open. They close out quickly. England has 14 to shoot. Gets it over for Nasseth. Inside 10 now. Back outside, Comer. Entry pass deflected, down to 4. Nasseth's got to hoist one up and could not get it to go, and it did not touch the rim. It'll be a shot clock violation. So the stingy defense does not rest for Red River despite the brief delay. Alex Page, number 10, had been in the game for the last few minutes. Had never credited her, just checked out. On the left wing now at the free throw line, kicking it back to the corner. Drawing these Spartan defenders to the ball in the corner and kicking it back to the middle. Now a three from the left wing is good from Jaden Sondrel. And the Rough Riders retake the lead. Spartans with only 3 seconds to get it across half court, and they do, just in time. Hallie Mann, a long cross-court pass, almost intercepted. Coming up with it is Nassif. Drives in, tries to put it up with her left hand, missed it, and now a foul. It'll be 2 free throws as well here. And it's going to be on Shelby Frank, and if I'm not mistaken, that's her second, and it indeed is. That's their 16th foul as well, so 2 free throws is the result for Abby Nassif, that she makes the first one. So Shelby Frank, third in the EDC in rebounds per game. Definitely a presence inside on both ends of the floor. Will now be sitting for a brief moment here at the very least. Both free throws good from Abby Nassif. And could not save it. Inbounds was Kennedy Steffen. The Spartans will take it back. 18-17, 6:45 to go in the first half. And the trap strikes again as Kennedy Steffen comes away with the basketball. Missing though, rebounded by Anna Astrup. Able to clear it to Kendall Faulkner, number 30. The Spartans will settle it down here. A three is good from Morgan Comer.
Morgan Comer for 3.
Her first field goal of the night, and the Spartans now lead by 4. Again, swinging it around here against the Spartan defense, putting it up inside, missing, but the rebound is good from Jordan Burris. Her first field goal of the night, and she's got 4. Almost stolen, and coming up with the ball are the Riders, and it's going to be a foul on Faulkner. The foul is on Kendall Faulkner. It'll just be a baseline out of bounds, no clear path or anything like that. Both teams now with 6 team fouls. Back outside, and a three is off. And another offensive rebound inside from Jordan Burris. Long cross-court pass, Steffen inside, missing. Fighting for the rebound was Steffen and Hallie Mann. It's going to be off of Maggie Steffen. It'll be Spartan ball yet again. Steffen and Cassidy Wilson, the 2 seniors on this Red River roster. A timeout's going to be called by the Spartans here with 5 seconds to cross half court on the 10-second clock. Still in the lead by 2. With under 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. Still not having Elise Baki on the floor. Maybe he's still hurting the Spartans a little bit. Picked up 2 early fouls. Elise Baki been having a good senior season. I believe she will be playing collegiate sports next year. She'll be playing volleyball, I believe, at MSUM. It was recently National Signing Day for other sports. I think Baki signed her letter of intent earlier on in this school year. Nearly losing it, and we'll get a jump ball here. Kendall Faulkner almost lost the ball. It will go the other way, though, on the arrow. The Spartans will get a couple substitutions. Mary Sem will return, and Maddie England as well. After Sem getting a break. Both teams running identical zones here. Trying to work it inside. Wilson kicks it back out. Maggie Steffen back outside. The three is short from Kennedy Steffen, and the rebound by the Spartans. Astrup trying to push the other way. Cross-court pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here.
Saw that over and over and over in the B game. Long cross-court passes got stolen every time in that game.
Against these zones, got to make every pass difficult, as that's the way to break them down. Nasseth had it stripped inside, got it back, and got fouled on the way up from the defense from Jordan Burris. A little too tight. That's her second as well. So they had Shelby Frank already with 2, and one of their other post players afflicted with 2 early on as well. Abby Nasseth misses the first of 2 at the line. Now Elise Bakke will return for the Spartans, still with under 5 to go. Definitely the task at hand not to pick up a third in the first half. Both free throws rattle out. Bakke almost went over the back. Trying to grab the rebound. Almost had a look inside was Maggie Steffen. Pass it out. And a travel will be called before the entry pass. Solid defense from the Spartans tying her up. It's a 2-point lead here for Fargo North after the first few minutes were controlled by Red River. England's pass to the middle taken by Astrup, over for Bakke. Stops and cannot make the mid-range jump shot. Now coming the other way after the rebound by Maggie Steffen. Kennedy Steffen with it. Setting up here with under 20 to shoot, just now 15. And relying a lot on the three-point game, driving inside, no shot. Basket will not count. It will just be a 1-and-1 incoming for Steffen. Foul will be on Maddie England, her second. Spartans with another player with 2 early on in this game here, at least in the first half. First of the 1-and-1 is missed, and Elise Bakke comes up with the rebound. Spartans trying to cross half court here in only 2 seconds to do so. And prior to the interception, we'll get the 10-second count, so it'll just be a turnover and not a breakaway layup opportunity for Maggie Steffen. So Cassidy Wilson checks out for Alex Page, a freshman for Red River. Now we got a foul on Astrup, pushing off here prior to the ball coming in bounds. So that's the 8th team foul on the Spartans, so it'll again be a 1-and-1. Maggie Steffen will shoot the free throws. First free throw swishes home, at least with the data that we have. Steffen, a 46% free throw shooter coming into tonight's game, or at least -1 game. They have played. They have a record of 13-4. I believe one of those wins, however, was a 2-point game, so maybe these stats are all up to date. Mary Sem trying to push the other way. Nice move, banks it in. And the Spartans retake a 2-point lead. That last foul, by the way, on the Spartans was Astrup picking up her second foul. Bakke, England, and Astrup all afflicted with 2 fouls early on. Maggie Steffen outside is short on the 3, rebounded by England. Now coming the other way is Abby Nasseth. 1-on-2 here. And she's able to get it back to Elise Bakke. Missed it, got her own miss, follows it up and finishes. Good effort from Elise Bakke on the offensive glass. And now stepping out of bounds, coming the other way, was Kennedy Steffen. I believe those last 2 points, though, were Elise Bakke's first in the game. It's good to see her get on the board in that fashion. Spartans with a couple substitutions trying to feed it to one of them. It'll be Nasseth driving and scoring. Spartans out to now a 6-point lead here late in the first half against one of the top 4 teams in the EDC. Nasseth to the last basket. Now a 3 is off from downtown. And a nice move inside. Alex Page finishes. Her first 2 of the night. Red River forced to use a lot of variety in their scoring options. Alexis Smith, number 14, got met at the rim. Now coming back the other way is Red River. Long cross-court pass for Maggie Steffen, driving in and scoring as she was able to get by Sophie Semenko. A defense chant being started by the Rough Rider faithful on the right side of the court. And now intercepted and stepping on the end line here on the near side is Maggie Steffen. So yet another turnover here in this first half. Less than 2 minutes to go. Spartans clinging to a 2-point lead. Alexis Smith drives in and had it ripped away. Here come the Rough Riders the other way, feeding back outside. A 3 is no good again from Steffen. They really want her to get going in this game. Spartans are unable to keep it in bounds. They'll stay here with Red River. 1:28 to go. Outside, a wide open look from downtown is missed from Claire Leach, and coming up with the rebound is Nasseth. Screen for Nasseth, floats it up and missed, and it's going to be tapped back outside, and looks like they're actually going to keep this here. They do keep it here with the Spartans. Must have been deflected out. I didn't see any deflection. Interesting. Baki fumbles the pass and turns it over. Right into the arms of Jaden Sondrel. As she has it coming the other way. Sealed off nicely. Now a free throw line jumper is off from Page. And Baki comes away with the rebound. Less than a minute to go on this Friday night. The Spartans with a good effort here so far in the first half. Long cross-court pass from Baki. Hauled in by Sam. Able to get open, and a travel will be called. That elongated movement, a little too obvious for the referee to not see. So Red River with an opportunity, if they go quickly enough, could go 2 for 1. As driving past and putting it up, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Sondrel. She slipped and fell over and also made contact up high, and that's her second foul as well. So the Spartans now, with a 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock, have an opportunity to go up by 2 possessions. Alexis Smith has it and threw it right to Kennedy Steffen, and will have the uncontested layup to tie the game at 27. Smith able to get a clean pass to Baki, and the Spartans should settle this down. No shot clock on right now. Baki for Sam, and a kickball violation will stay here. 14.1 remaining. Sophie Semenko will inbound for the Spartans. Into Abby Nasseth. Back for Semenko, loading up for 3, missing. Smith on the rebound, it's going to count and 1. Alexis Smith, right place, right time. Now, she doesn't get a whole lot of opportunities on varsity. Has an opportunity to make it a 3-point play for her team. And will. The foul was on Maggie Steffen. Now the other way with under 5 seconds to go. Alex Page has it back for Kennedy Steffen. Floats it up and misses it short, and the Spartans will head into the locker room with a 3-point lead over the Red River Rough Riders. A good first half all around, all things considered. Both teams dealing with their respective issues, but the Spartans will be the ones leading at halftime.
Only one dropout that I saw right at the end of the first half here. Again, if you're watching on the cube and you're dropping, losing the signals, I would switch over to YouTube.
Based from these counts here, wonder if they're super official or not. You can correct us. For those keeping track at home, Kennedy Steffen finishes the first half with 8 points. Maggie Steffen with just 4. Jaden Sondrel with 5. Jordan Burris with 4. Shelby Frank with just a couple points. Leading the way for the Rough Riders, for the Spartans, a big first half for Mary Sem. Coming up with 11 points for the Spartans in that first half. Anna Astrup with 3 points. Maddie England with just 2. Nasseth had 4 for the Spartans. Morgan Comer had 3. And Alexis Smith with the most important 3 points at the end of the first half for the Spartans, as that's the difference right now. These two teams in their first meeting, it was a 10-point margin for Red River winning over the Spartans, 79-69. See if Spartans can get one back on the Riders in the second half. The next time we'll have a stream will be on Thursday, where these Fargo North girls will take on the Highliners of Valley City. And after that, it'll be a boys-girls doubleheader against the Shanley Deacons, and then it'll be the 22nd. Spartan boys taking on Wahpeton.
I've got some highlights here from previous games to play.
This is Sports Center.
On this third and probably final edition of Spartan Sports Center, we go back to mid-December to see how the Spartan girls handled the winless Grand Forks Central Knights. Then the boys played the Knights in early February, and the results were much the same as the girls' game, as 12 Spartan three-pointers put this game to bed early. Then it's back to a December girls' game with the veteran Spartans going up against the youngsters from South. It's all coming up next on FNSPN. Both teams came into this game looking for their first win. Mary Sem gets the scoring started on this power move off the assist from Maddie England. Anna Astrup has time to square up and lets fly a three-pointer. Maddie England makes the steal and appears to be taking it in all the way, but the D gets back, so she pulls up for a 3. This time it's Abby Nasseth for one of her 7 steals, and she does take it all the way in for the layup. Astrup tosses it in to Hallie Mann, who uses the backboard for 2. The defense collapses on Mann, so she passes to Morgan Comer for the baseline 3. Elise Bakke shows some good moves as she resorts to a 12-foot pull-up jumper. Kendall Faulkner gets the pass into the post, and Sem finishes it off. The Knight defense swarms to the right side, leaving Elise Bakke open on the left side. Faulkner gets one of her 3 assists as Sophia Cody takes it in for 2. Despite the high point output, the Spartans only had 2 people in double figures, as the bench saw a lot of playing time. Before we start looking at game highlights, let's take a look at the Spartan boys starting 5 in this game against Red River. Keaton Hogue is a 6-foot junior guard, here playing the left wing. Carson Critchley is a 6-foot sophomore, and he's at the right wing. Hyatt Martineau, a senior 6'1" guard, has control of the ball at this point. At the post position is 6'8" Sawyer Kenny. And at the left baseline is 6'1" sophomore Blaine Anderson. The pass goes from Martineau to Critchley. When you have a 6'8" center, you want to get it to him in the low post. Carson makes eye contact with Kenny,
then uses a bounce pass to get him the ball. Sawyer spins to his left, giving him a good angle to use the backboard and ring up 2 points. Both teams came into this game with only 3 wins on the season. The Spartans came out red hot from beyond the arc. Keaton Hogue takes a pass from Anderson and nails the 3. That was followed by Carson Critchley with a 3 of his own. Then it was Hyatt Martineau's turn. Then Carson added another. When you can force the defense to defend the perimeter, your post player should get some good shots inside, as Sawyer Kenny does here. Hyatt makes a steal and takes it all the way in for an awkward but effective layup. It must be the headbands, as Martineau passes to Griffin Carlson, who hits the 3. The bench got a lot of playing time tonight. Here Josh Holler dumps it off to Cameron Blazek for the basket. Lane Anderson takes it down the lane and gets the layup. Cameron Blazek goes a little one-on-one for the short jump shot. The Spartans jumped out to a very early 20-point lead in this one, and although there were times when the Knights got it close to single digits, the Spartans always managed to repad the lead. 3 days after their win over Central, the girls played South. Elise Bakke uses a great spin move at the free throw line for the Spartans' first basket. Bakke makes a steal, and although she pushes off on the wrong foot, she gets the basket. Anna Astrup takes it to the lane and hits a difficult head-on shot. Morgan Comer gets the assist to Hallie Mann, who knows how to use the glass. Sophie Semenko plants one high off the glass for a 3-pointer. This is Maddie England's 3rd 3-pointer of the half. Mary Sem is the 5th leading rebounder in the EDC. This one gets turned into 2 points. Abby Nasseth takes this one right to the basket and puts it over the defenders. Astrup led the Spartans with 19 points, 3 of them coming on this shot. Hallie Mann slips behind her defender and puts in the lob pass from Bakke. Sophia Cody hits the baseline jumper, giving Greta Rader the assist. And now it's reversed as Cody passes to Rader for the basket. This was never a contest. The Spartans jumped out to an early lead and just kept adding to it. That's it for this edition of Fargo North Sports Center. A reminder that you can see highlights of all home basketball games by going to the Fargo North Basketball YouTube channel.
So it looks like we are back for the beginning of the second half in this very interesting matchup that we have here. The Spartans trying to get their 6th win on the season and improve their standing within the EDC. They won't overtake anybody if they win or lose this game. They won't, or at least rather if they win this game. Currently sitting a game behind West Fargo in the EDC standings. West Fargo at 7-9, the Spartans at 5-9. Certainly though the 7th seed and the 6th seed a major difference come tournament play. It's a difference between the 10th and 11th seeds that they'll be playing in the play-in game. So certainly a win over a team like Red River that's currently top 3 in the conference. It'd be a nice spoiler win for them if they're able to hang on. Now, one thing that the Spartans do have to worry about though in the second half, you certainly can't rely on Rough Riders missing all those threes that they did. Kennedy Steffen, Maggie Steffen, Jaden Sondrel, usually they're 3-point aces, not able to connect very often.
All of these pictures of Red River players are from a real low resolution photograph taken off the high school activities site, so that's why all the Red River players look so blurry.
So the Spartans with the arrow to begin the second half. They'll be on offense to open up. Maddie England did not have a very impactful first half. We'll get a foul on the play down low away from the ball here. And it's actually going to be on 42, it looks like. Yes, it is, on Shelby Frank. So she picked up 2 fouls in the first half, an early third for her. Inbound goes right to Elise Bakke, trying to bank it off the glass, missed it, and the rebound by Frank. Very much neutralized in the first half. Trying to get it inside in the miss, and now a foul called. It'll go the other way. Yes, it indeed is going the other way. Cassidy Wilson picks up the foul. So 2 fouls in 21 seconds for Red River here. If the Spartans can continue to let those fouls pile up on them, they'll be in likely a better spot. They did just cross half court. Mary Sem posting up down low over a double team, missed it, and the rebound inside by Shelby Frank. Kennedy Steffen had a couple early threes and did not make another one, which is at least by our unofficial count. There's a close range shot from Cassidy Wilson.
Basket by Wilson.
Her first 2 points of the night. Spartans do cross half court yet again with 2 seconds to spare. Wasting all that time trying to cross half court can diminish the amount of time that you have in your offense in the half court. Bakke misses from mid-range. Now a long pass ahead, controlled by Kennedy Steffen, and it's stripped away. Coming up with the ball is Elise Bakke. Pushing through the defense and missing is Anna Astrup, still without a bucket for the Spartans in the second half. Leading by just 1. Cross-court pass from Kennedy Steffen. Nice find inside and the miss from Shelby Frank, and it comes loose to the corner where it's grabbed by Maggie Steffen. Now getting inside, missing again, and now a foul will be called on the Spartans on the floor. It's on Sem. First team foul of the second half. That's her second foul here as well. They've at least been able to have her avoid foul trouble, as she's been a very integral part of this team offensively. And a 5-second call, as they were not able to get it in bounds soon enough. So just like the first half, a lot of possessions exchanging hands here. Not a whole lot being accomplished, at least early on scoring-wise. Just 2-0 Red River in terms of scoring over 2 minutes into the half. Cross-court pass, good find from Bakke into the lane, and scoring. Abby Nasseth with a nice basket at the rim. A nice finish at the rim, basket at the rim. What am I saying? Cross-court pass inside, rejected on the pass attempt from Bakke, and the pass is too high. It'll go the other way. All these turnovers are just discombobulating my brain, and I can't get the correct words out. These turnovers are probably affecting me more than they're affecting the players on the court. Nasseth, open look inside, driving into the middle, missing. And coming up with the board is Kennedy Steffen, has Bakke to beat, and got fouled, and that's going to count. How about that finish from Kennedy Steffen, just throwing it up over her head, and gets the and one. So that's also the third on Bakke. Under 3 minutes into this first half. And the three-point play cannot be converted, rebounded by Nasseth. 32-31, Spartans in the lead, and still need to be careful in trying to cross half court here against this trap. They've been unrelenting with this pressure. Pass over the head of Elise Bakke, and Addie England tapping her chest. My bad, she says. So 32-31. Red River did control the first few minutes of the first half, and Spartans did find a way to consistently get looks inside for the rest of the half. Now having to deal with Elise Bakke having 3 fouls. Coming off a screen inside. That pass was intended for 2 players. Inside of 3 is the shot clock with 1 to go. The 3 is missed from outside. Kennedy Steffen couldn't get it. The rebound squirts to Nasseth. Now ahead, Anna Astrup at the free throw line. Good feed for Baki, trying to bank it in, missed. And almost committed her 4th foul, going almost over the back. Nonetheless, will play on. Red River coming the other way with it, setting up with Maggie Steffen in the corner. Good look inside and the finish for Shelby Frank. And the Rough Riders take a 1-point lead. Crossing half court is England. Getting it to Baki. Sem kicking it back outside. Elise Baki inside. A foul is going to be called on the floor here. No shot. Foul is on Cassidy Wilson. It's her 2nd foul as well. So we've calmed down, at least in terms of fouls on Red River. They had 2 in 21 seconds, and they just picked up their 3rd foul the first half, or the second half rather. 4 minutes and 18 seconds in. Inside to Mary Sem, tough shot. A lot of contact, it looked like, no foul on the play. Now coming the other way, and the pass is kicked out by Nasseth. Now a scramble for the ball. No one's picked it up yet. A lot of butterfingers going on here, and it's going to stay with the Rough Riders. And now we'll get an officials' conference, maybe a disagreement of opinion here on who that ball went off of. See if anything changes. That was just a Mexican jumping bean, if you will, of a possession there. The basketball just kept bouncing away from players. Looks like it's just going to stay here. Nothing happened. Quick feed inside and a foul. Maybe 2 free throws. And Astrup will pick up the foul as Jaden Sondrel is just standing underneath the basket wide open, and they were able to feed her with much swiftness as the free throw swishes home. Sondrel now with 6 points in the game, make it 7. And they'll get her out of the game here. They'll get a substitution. Carly Robson comes in. Spartans are able to cross half court. I actually believe I was crediting the wrong person on that last free throw attempt. Astrup's free throw is long. It was actually Cassidy Wilson who came out of the game. Hallie Mann denies the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Red River. As Elise Baki will check out for the brief time being here with her 3 fouls. Nasseth able to cross half court, and it's ripped away by Kennedy Steffen. Had England from behind trying to chase her down, and she'll finish.
Who made that one? Maggie.
That was Kennedy Steffen, number 15.
Oof.
A foul couldn't be called here as Astrup was dribbling with it. It's on 15, Kennedy Steffen. She picks up her 2nd foul. 4th team. Spartans down by 5 here. 12:32 left in the second half. Posting up is Sem, had it deflected away. Mann comes up with it. And that pass too hot to handle for Maddie England. Another turnover here in this one. (37-32) still. Spartans only 2 points so far in the second half. Nice pass in the finish. Maggie Steffen open on the backside. More cross-court passes. That's what Red River likes to make opponents do, it seems like. Their JV team employed this tactic as well to a lot of success. Their offense is starting to pull away here in the second half after struggling to contain the Spartans in the first half. England back outside, shot clock down inside 10, inside 5. Mann misses it. And the rebound taken the other way, Jordan Burris with it. Off the rebound, now a drive to the basket and finishing again is Kennedy Steffen. So Red River realized that their first half tactic of trying a lot of threes was not working. Now they're getting a lot of good looks on layups, and they're converting. They currently lead by 9. Nasseth had it rejected. And almost coming up with the ball is Anna Astrup, and it will be a foul on the play. And it is going to be on Astrup, so that's trouble for Fargo North. That's her 4th. So we'll force Morgan Comer to come in her place. Elise Bakke will come back from a brief 2-minute rest. Spartans now in need of stops, as it seems as if they have lost their way defensively here, and their offense has not really been helping them. Good strip by Bakke going straight up. Spartans are able to get it across half court without any pressure, which is maybe that's an opportunity that they'd like to have more of. Sem fouled on the entry pass. Foul's going to be on Carly Robson, number 24. Spartans in need of a field goal here. And 30 points at halftime and have only scored 2 since. Mary Sem will change that. Spartans now down by 7, and a timeout will be called by Ariel Jones-Schiller. So Spartans can at least hang their hat on Mary Sem having a good game tonight. Cannot say the same so much for the rest of the team, unfortunately. As before that Mary Sem shot, that was the last field goal that the Spartans had from Abby Nasseth, and Red River on the other side has had opportunities like that. Kennedy Steffen been the driving force in the second half so far. Saw a lot of misses, and that's what I warned, at least at the beginning of our coverage of the second half. Red River did take a lot of threes, and it didn't work in the first half, so they've adjusted. Now it's going to be up to the Spartans to adjust on their end. We'll see how successfully they can do so with 10:42 to go in the second half. Game obviously still not over by any stretch of the imagination. Spartans will come up in a man press here, and they want a timeout here on the Red River side. We're not prepared for the press, so another retaliation timeout from the Rough Riders, just as they did in the first half. A very interesting game we've had here on this Friday night. Spartans played very well in the first half and have really cooled off here to begin the second half. Now we'll see if Red River can manage this press better, assuming Fargo North comes out in the same concept defensively, and it looks like they will. Nearly intercepted by Sem, and the Spartans do come up with a steal. Elise Bakke has it, stops and pulls up from mid-range and rattles it home. Nicely done. Spartans capitalizing on the turnover, which is exactly what they need here if they want to continue to come back in this game, and at least rebound from their slow start to begin the second half. And a foul is going to be called here. Alex Page was driving to the basket. Foul is going to be called on Hallie Mann. That's her first, and it was a 2-shot foul, so Jordan Burris was the one that put the attempt up. She'll be shooting. Made 2 free throws earlier on. Swishes the first one home. One player that the Spartans don't probably want to have on the free throw line if it comes down to a late game scenario, as Burris nails both. Jaden Sondro coming into this one, an 80% free throw shooter, 40 of 50 at the stripe. And Elise Baki in the middle here as they break this half-court trap down. Baki at the free throw line, faced with a double team. An awkward-looking shot is missed. And coming up with a rebound is Carly Robson. Now the other way. And they'll slow things down. Under 10 to go in the second half. Page, good feed inside in the layup from Jordan Burris. They continue to get her good looks here. That pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay here as Burris has been active on offense and defense, just deflected that pass out of bounds. Spartans now back down by 9 points. Morgan Comer, long pass. England's three is blocked. And coming up with the ball are the Riders. It's Robson coming away with it. Much improved defensive effort here from Red River. Now trying to extend their lead to double digits. Nifty pass over and the shot is off from Robson, and the rebound by the Spartans. It's Hallie Mann coming up with it. Over halfway through the second half. Baki lobs it inside for Sem, gathers and scores. Good finish from Mary Sem. Now coming the other way, a foul is going to be called on Mann. It'll be a blocking foul. The two free throws here coming. Jaden Sondrel, the player we just talked about moments ago. First free throw is no good, so those numbers do not reflect the numbers that I'm seeing on my screen right now for Red River. 40 of 50 is what I see for Sondrel. That says 60%. So who knows really what the true percentage is?
I'm guessing if you just copied them right off the computer,
you're
probably right.
Both free throws are missed. It'll go the other way as the Rough Riders were not able to keep it in bounds. I'm just going by the EDC website.
Well, that's what I was looking at, but after you start making about 3 different stat graphics for every player, you start getting a little...
And that can be understood. Back the other way, Sem, pass it back outside. Good ball movement by the Spartans, unable to get any open looks. Another long cross-court pass, Nasseth into the lane, missed it. Had to rely on her to convert on those looks a lot more than the Spartans maybe would like. Back outside, Leach passed up the 3, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Fargo North. We're closing in on 8 minutes to go and still a 7-point lead. Inbound play, nicely drawn up. The dish from Shelby Frank, leading to the layup. I'm not sure exactly who got that last one. I was not paying attention to the scoring announcement from the public address announcer. Back the other way, nice finish from Elise Baki, a little floater in the lane. Now we're getting some more fast-paced action here. Now slowing it down is Red River here with a 7-point lead, 7.5 minutes to go, and a timeout's going to be called as Jaden Sondrel is tied up, saving the possession with 11 to shoot.
Oh, I missed that basket too, so here's the replay.
Looks like it's going to be 30. Jaden Sondrel will get credit. Couldn't get it in live action, but I was going to make a comment on this earlier on. The last time I did a stream, it was against Cheyenne for the Fargo North girls team. Their jerseys at least for our vantage points up here, can be hard to decipher because they were blue numbers on blue jerseys. It's the same kind of deal here, black numbers on black jerseys. Now, even with the white bordering on the numbers, it still can be hard sometimes to pick up. At least we've done a good enough job to this point, I would think, in terms of crediting players who've scored, players who've made plays for Red River, despite the visual disadvantage it may bring for us up here. It's still a 3-possession game here, less than 7.5 minutes to go. This game's still very much to be decided. Spartans are still dealing with Anna Astrup on the bench right now with 4 fouls. They have at least not let this game get away from them to this point. Shot clock's inside 5. They need to put something up quickly, and they will. Beating the shot clock is Shelby Frank. And it's back up to a 9-point lead. Spartans break down the press, get it across within 10 seconds. Abby Nasseth didn't have a 3-point look. Spartans don't really want to take a whole lot of threes anyway. Intercepted by Claire Leach. She's got the ball with it. Driving up and scoring. Nice play end-to-end by Claire Leach. First time that she's been on the scoreboard tonight. And it's nearly taken away, only 1 second before 10, and they do not get it across. The stifling trap defense of Red River strikes again. Another 10-second count.
Kennedy stepping back in for the Rough Riders.
And Claire Leach will come out of the game with a nice round of applause greeting her. Great effort on the last couple possessions for Red River. Now posting up inside against Sam. Back outside, Kennedy Steffen got it another 3. Kennedy Steffen's got her 3rd, at least by our count. And Red River's starting to open up a lead, and now Kennedy Steffen comes up with the ball again and lays it up again. It's now a 16-point Rough Rider lead. Maybe the chance of defense on the right side, on at least to our right, inspiring their girls on their way here. Only allowing 10 points in the second half, a miss here. No foul granted. Now coming the other way is Anna Astrup back in the game. That's going to count and 1. So that'll cut into the deficit a little bit. Astrup's got an opportunity to make it a 3-point play. Foul's going to be on Cassidy Wilson. Now Maddie England will return for the Spartans in desperate need of cleaner possessions down the stretch. Free throw is off from Astrup, so they don't cut it to 13. It's now a 14-point lead. I'm assuming Red River can maintain control of the basketball here within the final 5.5 minutes. Maybe walking away with their 14th win on the season. A running shot from Steffen missed, and Astrup comes up with the rebound. Astrup fouled on the floor, and it's the 17th foul as well on Red River, so it'll be 1-1 the rest of the way. 21, Maggie Steffen gets called for the foul. So these free throws becoming much more important here. Spartans running out of time in this game. First free throw goes. Not having quite the scoring outburst that she's had recently, as shown by the graphic on your screen. Does nail both free throws. It's still a 12-point game. Kennedy Steffen blazing speed. Nice little pass fake, couldn't get it to go, and it will stay here. Spartans couldn't corral it. And now the ball rattles all the way down. All the way down by the mops. With all that extended area behind the baskets that teams have to deal with. Mary Sem showing hustle there, at least getting the ball on that last excursion down there. Here's a shot inside, good from Shelby Frank again. She's played much better in the second half. And her foul trouble that kept her sidelined in the second half, in the latter half of the first half, hasn't come back again here in the second half. A miss here for the Spartans, and now a foul, a blocking foul is going to be called here. And Nasseth will pick up the foul. Spartans down by 14 points. It'll be a 1-and-1 as well here for Kennedy Steffen. First free throw swishes home. Coming in a 58% free throw shooter.
Oh, I got that one right.
Had not made one in this game prior to that last one. Baki comes up with the rebound off the miss on the second attempt. Mary Sem gets it for Astrup. Thought about the long two in plenty of traffic, missed it. And coming up with the rebound was Shelby Frank. Trying to push ahead, back outside. Nice ball movement here from the Rough Riders. The shot is short. And the Spartans still in great need of baskets, but it's ripped away by Kennedy Steffen, and she draws a foul. Foul is going to be on Elise Baki. North with just 14 points in the second half after leading by 3 at the break. That's been the story of this second half. Constant pressure leading to opportunities like this. Steffen nails the first one. We'll get some subs in the game here. Jordan Burris and Carly Robson back in. Red River in the lead by 16. Second free throw goes. Now a 17-point advantage. Trying to get some baskets here down the stretch. Astrup, at least her coach called a timeout. It looked like she was going to be calling for a travel. So at least Joan Schiller does save the possession. It's still not a whole lot of time for the Spartans to act, and it may in fact be, they may be almost out of time as we have under 4 minutes and the Spartans down by 17 points. Stranger things have happened, but with the way this second half has gone, Red River can definitely hold their heads high with the way that they played defense in the second half. Spartans after this game will take on Grand Forks Central on Tuesday. We're returning home against Valley City. That will be streaming. Conversely, for the boys' side, they're playing in a pretty important game up at Grand Forks Red River right now. That game also came in with seating purposes as well, as we'll get a foul here again. It's the constant pressure from this defense, creating steals and also forcing contact. Kennedy Steffen yet again drawing contact, and will shoot 2 more free throws. First one swishes home. She is the younger of the 2 Steffens. Whether they actually have the same last name spelling, we don't know, because at least of the way that they're presented in our programs. Long shot from Astrup, missed it, and it's going to stay here. It should stay here, and it does. Red River opening up a 19-point lead with almost 3.5 minutes to go. Inbound pass to Baki taken away. Slowing down, and a nice interception from Anna Astrup on the pass from Kennedy Steffen. Astrup picked up her dribble, feeds it for Baki inside the free throw line, nails it. At least Baki getting some points for her, even if it means that they'll still come up short. She's still fighting to the end here. Here, 3 minutes to go. Kicking it back outside. Kennedy Steffens owned this second half, misses this three, and it'll go the other way, as Maggie Steffen could not come up with the long rebound. Just been relentless in this trap setup here. 2 up, 3 back, and then playing the same way in the half-court setting. Just collapsing on the ball as you see here. Baki posting up, feeds it for Mary Sem. It's down inside 10. And a foul is going to be called on the Rough Riders. It'll be on Maggie Steffen. So Mary Sem will be shooting just a 1-and-1. The foul is on the floor. First free throw goes, and now we're going to be getting 4 substitutions here for Red River, so looks like a smattering here of 2 starters and 2 bench players. Frank and Wilson, and then Leach and Alex Page back in. Last 2.5 minutes of this game. Mary Sem hits both free throws. They're just going straight up man-to-man here. Spartans unable to get anything off that trip up the floor in terms of a steal. A shot is off. Did not hit the rim, so the shot clock does not reset. Now a three-pointer from the corner is good from Jaden Sondrel. Came in with quite a bit of threes made on the season, and they've largely refrained from shooting those and have resorted to layups and free throws, or higher percentage attempts. That one nearly taken away as well by Sondrel. Sem posting up, feeds for Baki. Good look, missed it. Spartans unable to come up with the rebound. Maddie England trying to force something in the backcourt, could not against Claire Leach. Entry pass inside for Shelby Frank. That's going to count. How about that shot? That did not look like it should have gone in, or maybe even should have been a shot. So that's also going to be the 5th foul for Elise Baki. So she played a solid game tonight. And now it looks like we're just going to get a conference here from her player, for Ariel Jones-Schiller calling her players over here. And now they're just going to sub in the JV roster here. As it's kind of gotten out of reach here in Fargo, North Dakota. An opportunity for Shelby Frank to convert the 3-point play. And the free throw is missed. Coming up with the rebound is number 33, Sophia Cody. So we'll be getting to learn these names here, at least with commentary. She pulls up, couldn't hit it, and rejected inside by Frank on the attempt from Greta Rader. Or at least Rader. I'm assuming it's Rader. Her attempt inside was futile. Inbounding it to number 24, Anna Benson, was also blocked by the Rough Riders, and now coming away with it. They still want to push here. 22, Taylor Hart is in the game for the Rough Riders. She's got it on the right wing. Guarded closely, and a foul will be called here. It's on Kendall Faulkner, number 30. Also on the floor for the Spartans is number 40, Jenny Sim. Mary Sim's assuming younger sister. First free throw is missed from Taylor Hart. Second attempt is good. 69-48, closing in on a minute to go in this one. Faulkner outside for Jenny Sim. Good pass inside for Faulkner, lost it. Regains it now, Jenny Sim into the lane, tried to throw one up, it's missed, and it's tapped out of bounds off of Red River. Closest to the ball was Kendall Faulkner for the Spartans. 47.4 seconds remaining in the second half and 10 to shoot. Faulkner trying to get it inbounds. It's fed inside and laid in by Sophia Cody. So she gets to get on the scoreboard here. Possibly only one more possession left for the Spartans. That one rejected. I think that was a shot attempt. It's going to be put inside and good. Jordan Burris with the layup for the Rough Riders. Could be getting on the board for the last time. A foul is going to be called here on Claire Leach reaching in. So the Spartans won't get an opportunity to put up a shot here, it looks like. Kendall Faulkner is going to shoot a 1-and-1. It was just the 9th team foul. Swishes the first. So a game that looked like it had promise for the Spartans in the first half, led by 3 at the break. But then the Rough Rider defense showed up. Second free throw is off. Benson fought for the rebound, couldn't come up with it. Well, we see another shot attempt here in this one, under 10 seconds to go. Well, the Spartans will get the ball back on a travel. The Spartan put one up here to make this less than a 20-point game. Cross-court pass, Jenny Sim hoists one up, missed it. And that's going to do it for this game. A 71-51 final. After a very closely contested first half. That trap from Red River and the stifling defense struck way too many times, and Red River will be walking away winners. They win their 14th game of the season. Fargo North falls to 5-11 on the season. A couple more replays, and really when it's your night, it's your night. That last and one really proved that. Spartans' last basket of the night from Sophia Cody on that one. Once again, we'll be streaming their next home game on Thursday night against Valley City. In the interim, they'll have a game on Tuesday night at Grand Forks Central, who is still yet to pick up their first win on the season. And then on Friday night, a week from tonight, it'll be the doubleheader against Shanley that I will not be here for, so you'll be likely hearing the Shanley feed for those games.
Well, I haven't talked to him yet.
So maybe that'll happen, maybe it won't, but nonetheless I will not be there. I will not be here for that game. So we'd like to thank you all once again for joining us here on the Olympic opening night ceremony day, which may still be going on as we speak. For Jarrell Peterson, I'm Isaac Denis, and this has been Fargo North Basketball. Good night, and we'll see you next time.